From ABC7, live breaking news.
And that breaking news, a wildfire that is burning homes, cars, and forcing people to flee for their lives on a dangerously windy day in Southern California. Good evening, I'm Anna Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. It's been a brutal firefight for more than 6 hours. The Palisades fire started about 10:30 this morning with dangerous winds, helping fan the flames. It has already scorched more than 1,200 acres, and there are mandatory evacuations.
This is in the Pacific Palisades area, and while there's not an official count from CAL FIRE, there is video showing numerous homes on fire. It moves so quickly, some people have abandoned their cars in order to escape, and firefighters have swooped in to make rescues. The fire chief for Los Angeles County had this warning, telling people to be ready to evacuate.
The National Weather Service has predicted that the winds are going to pick up and get worse. We're going to have the most significant wind event between 10 p.m. this evening and 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Part of the Pacific Coast Highway is closed because of the fire. About 30,000 people have been told they need to get out of harm's way. And here's a live look now. As darkness has fallen, you can see the hills in the Palisades area, 1,200 plus acres still burning. The fire has just been fueled by terrible winds, and you can see the fire lighting up on those ridges there as the firefight continues even into the night. Yes,
it is really a big factor for the firefighters, and Sandia was warning us about this last night.
Yeah, she was, in fact, very vehemently, in fact, and meteorologist Sandia Patel is here now with the latest on the fire line. Sandia. Homes burned, lives lost, and it is far from over. Fierce firefights in Los Angeles County are drawing resources from right here in the Bay Area.
I'm meteorologist Sandia Patel, tracking the windstorm and the devastating wildfires in Southern California. The latest forecast coming up.
And the sound of a home burning is something that is just otherworldly.
He's living through a wildfire right now, something his family experienced locally not too long ago.
From ABC7, live breaking news.
Dangerous, destructive, and sadly deadly. Wildfires ripping through Southern California are already setting records in terms of severity, and it is all hands to the pump to save both people and property. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Dion Lim. If you've been watching our live stream, we've been streaming live coverage from our sister station in Los Angeles. Bay Area firefighters are helping fight wildfires in Southern California, which flared up in those infamous Santa Ana winds.
Yeah, the Palisades and Eaton fires are the largest ever to happen in January. ABC7 News anchor Karina Nova has been monitoring video of the destruction coming in from Southern California. She is here with the very latest. Just hard to watch, Karina.
It is. Images of the damage are astonishing. Little by little, we're getting a clear picture of just how vast the destruction has been.
ABC7 News South Bay reporter Zach Fuentes traveled to Los Angeles today and found one man near the Eaton fire in Altadena with a first-hand story.
Well, my mom, she collect water. When rainwater, she got a big old bucket. This whole fence was on fire. So we put this fire out here to save that house, of course save my mom's house, save this house, that one, and this one here. All 40 houses get ready to go up. We save all 40 of these houses here.
By collecting the rainwater that you collected and then dirt too, right?
Yeah, dirt with shovel. You had to put shovel because we had no water. So you had to shovel with the dirt and put it all there and just knock it all down. And then we tried to save a couple other neighbors' houses, but we just couldn't do it.
It's heartbreaking. Kind of describe what this looked like more than a day ago. More than a day ago, everything here was normal.
Everything was normal just yesterday. And when I went to bed last night, I told my wife that there was going to be, our dinner was going to be on fire. I knew it because the wind was too strong.
Breaking news, a new fire sparks in Southern California, triggering new evacuations on the third day of an inferno that seems to have no end in sight.
And I'm meteorologist Sandia Patel. I'm tracking the conditions that is leading to high fire danger in Southern California. I'll have the very latest coming up.
I'm Cornell Bernard. A fire tracking app founded here in the North Bay is seeing record downloads from users needing real-time information about fires burning in L.A.
It's a marathon to recover from something like this.
The voice of experience. Survivors of the North Bay wildfire share advice for those who suddenly find themselves victims of the LA County wildfires.
From ABC7, live breaking news.
California's record books are being rewritten by the wildfires in Southern California. Unrelenting flames, unimaginable losses, and it's not over yet.
If you're told to evacuate, then get the hell out.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm J.R. Stone. For those of you who are live streaming us, you've been watching live coverage from our sister station in Los Angeles on the wildfires.
They are doing an amazing job. The newest fire is called the Kenneth Fire, burning in the West Hills near Calabasas on the border of Los Angeles and Ventura counties. This is a live picture now. You can see all of the fire trucks lined up trying to get to these flames in the Calabasas area. Bottom left of your screen there, you can see fire burning very actively, not under control at all. Mandatory evacuations are in place. Nearly 1,000 acres have burned since this fire sparked about 3:30 this afternoon. Our sister station in Los Angeles was flying over the fire soon after it started. Helicopter reporter Chris Christie had this perspective.
Structure protection, air attack, a shift in the winds, and a lot of brush clearance in this community. And so as the wind was driving the fire through the neighborhood, it would just die out once that brush turned into low, shallow grass. It became a low, shallow grass fire that kind of fizzled out as it approached the backyards of these homes. And so that brush clearance really came into play. Combine that with a shift in the winds in a different direction, just a little shift in the wind has made an entire difference for this community.
Quite an intense situation there. The Kenneth Fire is just the latest in a series of fires that we have seen. ABC7 News anchor Karina Nova is tracking the latest on the biggest and deadliest of the wildfires. Karina.
JR, while there is that new fire in Southern California, firefighters are still battling the Palisades and Eaton fires. Late this afternoon, we learned from officials that at least 2 of the 5 confirmed deaths are now attributed to the Palisades fire. These are also the most destructive fires in Southern California history when it comes to structures burned.
Right, let me give you a bird's eye view now of 5 fires burning in Southern California. This map is by CAL FIRE. The newest fire is the Kenneth Fire. That's the one we're talking about here. It's spreading now to 1,000 acres so far. The biggest fire is the Palisades Fire. Of course, that's what has grabbed so much attention. Palisades just absolutely devastated and wiped out, thousands of homes lost there. The deadliest fire, several people died there, is the Eaton Fire near Pasadena. Then there is the Hearst Fire, which is near Sylmar. Let me show you where that is in Southern California. That's burned hundreds of acres there. And then the Lydia Fire, which is near Acton. And there you see it's much, much smaller, obviously. But still, it's diverting resources for firefighters. That one there also burning several hundred acres. Now, these fires are rewriting the record books for the most destructive fires to ever burn in California. The worst is still the 2018 Camp Fire, more than 18,000 structures destroyed, 85 lives lost there. The 2017 Tubbs Fire, part of the North Bay wildfires, is the second most destructive ever, with 5,600 buildings burned down. 22 people died in that blaze. The Oakland Hills firestorm, of course, the Tunnel Fire of 1991, was the third most destructive fire ever, with an estimated 2,900 buildings destroyed.
It took years for neighborhoods burned in the 2017 North Bay wildfires to repair and rebuild. ABC7 News reporter Luz Pena went to Santa Rosa to speak to wildfire survivors.
Images of homes consumed by flames and leveled neighborhoods in Southern California are giving many Bay Area wildfire survivors flashbacks of one of the most destructive wildfires in California history, the 2017 Tubbs Fire in Sonoma County.
It's devastating for those of us who have been through this. It's very similar to our fire, the Tubbs Fire, because of the winds. Having 60 to 100 mile an hour winds blowing those embers, it's like a blast furnace.
Janet Leeson and her family lost everything. 7 years later, they're still rebuilding and gave insight into what many in Southern California may experience, starting with the challenge of finding a home when thousands are also searching.
We started looking for a place to live and decided to purchase fifth wheels. And we looked on trailers.
Then came the insurance.
We were underinsured, which was pretty typical of most of the people in our area. We used our insurance money to pay down our mortgage so that we could the owner builder so that we didn't have to deal with the contractor, which saved us money.
Her home is now as fireproof as it can be.
Cement board siding, so it won't catch fire.
7 minutes from Janet's home, over 1,300 structures were destroyed in Santa Rosa's Coffee Park neighborhood. Pamela Van Halseman said coming together as a neighborhood to rebuild was key.
Find others who are in the same situation and work together. That's what we did here. It helped immeasurably.
They have a message for other survivors.
Give yourself grace to move slowly and carefully and thoughtfully through these next months and even years, because it's a marathon to recover from something like this.
And for those supporting those in need, your words matter.
Please try to avoid saying, well, at least you're lucky that you got out, or it's only things. Those are hurtful things. Just be there for them.
In Santa Rosa, Luz Peña, ABC7 News.